Hello everybody, this is Orange, and welcome to my Abyss, and welcome to my September 2023 manga haul. The year just keeps on trucking, and we're almost to the end. This month, like every month of course, I've picked up a good supply of manga, and then normal comic at the bottom, and I want to tell you about them, because I enjoyed, all of them. I enjoyed all of them so much. So, sit along, and I have about, I believe, 18 manga, and then one comic at the bottom. Let's get started on the pile with probably the biggest chunk of the pile, right here. The Ancient Magus Bride, volumes 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. I've been adoring this series so much. I know a lot of people don't really seem to like the school arc. No, it's called the college arc. But I actually really like the cast of characters that were introduced. I like all of them a whole bunch. I like seeing Chase grow. It's very good. It's very fun. I enjoy it. So yeah, I like the college arc. Again, a lot of people don't, but I do. And that's what matters when I'm reading, when I like something. Yep, and you probably are wondering too, there's actually a box set of the Ancient Magus Bride that's coming out, I think, in a couple months. I think it's November. And why did you pick up all the singles at this point? I picked up the singles because I was like looking at it, and from the site, the site I use to buy my manga, it would actually be like least expensive to pick up like the singles than it would be to pick up the box set, which, why not? And also, I like picking up singles more than like picking up box sets. I don't know. Just something in my brain's like, oh, I don't want to do box sets. So I pick up singles, and I'm almost fully caught up too. There are 18 of these currently out, and 19 I think is coming out in December, so that's quick, and then the series is on a hiatus. So yeah, it's a very good series if you love your magic. You read this, it's very good. It also has a very fantastic anime too, which I think the second part of the second season is starting up in a couple weeks as of filming this. So I'm excited for that. I love the Ancient Magus Bride. I love Chisei and the entire cast. It's so good. I like the college arc. Take that. And then, below that, we have Kimono Jihen Volume 7. This is more Kimono Jihen, more good time. I really love this series. It's just a fun little action shonen, just a fun romp. I love the characters. Just like, the cast is so good, and I love them so much, and Kan's the best character. She goes through it in this volume, but she's like the best one, and I love her. But it's a very fun, good series, which I thoroughly enjoy. It's like action shonen. They're fun. But this one is one I really personally enjoy. I don't know what other people think of it, but I like it. Because I like yokai and monsters. It's fun. And I guess speaking of yokai and monsters, it's Demons of the Shadow Realm, Volume 2, by Hiromu Arakawa. That one, yeah. Author or mangaka of my favorite series, Fullmetal Alchemist. It is my favorite series. I know that, oh, it's a popular one. Why go with the popular one? It's good. It's a really good series, guys. I've read so much manga, and Fullmetal Alchemist, like, still remains to be, like, one of my favorites. So I'm very excited to be on, like, this ride. It's another, action-adventure ride, because, I don't read Arslan, which she's doing an adaptation of, and I haven't read Silver Spoon, but I did watch the anime, and Silver Spoon's more of a slice-of-life farming comedy, but this one's, like, back to, like, the action. Back to the hardcore action. And I really enjoyed so far. I like the characters. Hiromu Arakawa's designs, I'm so sorry I'm having trouble pronouncing that name, it's been a long day at work, but her designs are just so amazing. I love just how she designs monsters. I think is so overlooked. The woman likes an eyeball, what can I say? And I like the characters, and it's just such a good series. I will say so far at this point, I don't think it is as strong as Fullmetal Alchemist, but it still is pretty good, and it still has like her signature like comedy, designs, but again, still not as strong as like Fullmetal Alchemist, but again, I say it's a good series, and I can't wait to see where the ride goes next. And then below that, we have Midnight Rain, which is a single volume. So, it's a funny story. I buy a majority of my manga from one shop, which is kind of like local to my general area, and they do a lot of, they do take back. So like they, or like they buy like books, CDs, all this fun stuff from you. And so it's like, they have like an alright selection of like currently released manga, but I'm like always interested in seeing like what the takebacks are. And like I went in one day and there was like 30 to 40 like random volumes of like BL, and I'm like, who got rid of their entire BL collection and gave it to this store? But either way, I decided to pick one up because I liked the cover, and I liked how the characters, and I liked how the characters looked on the cover. I liked the cover. I liked the what the description was like, and I was like, oh, why not? Why not pick it up? See if I enjoy it. And I did. I thought this was a really fun, like, quick. It's a short series. which, you know, if a series short, I always want it to be longer, but that's just me, because I really like the chemistry between the two characters. It was just a good time. I had fun with this one. It's just a good time. I just want to know, who was that mysterious person that, like, gave up their entire BL collection? What happened? There was so much there. It was, like, a ridiculous amount. Like, I was just, like, scrolling. It was like, Tokyo Ghoul, this, that, 24 volumes of BL, this. And then it was just like, who got rid of the entire collection? And a lot of it was from a while ago, too. So yeah, that was fun. And below that, we have Mob Psycho 100, Volume 12. More Mob Psycho, more good. Adore this series. What could I say? You read Mob Psycho, you watch Mob Psycho. It is great. It is wonderful. It is fantastic. I love it. It has been taking a very long time to come out, but hopefully it will start coming out quicker, because I like it and I want to have all of it. And like always, it's just a beautiful book with one. I love one's art, and if you don't, you're wrong. That's a joke, but like I like his rough art. I like seeing a variety of art styles in manga and comics and everything. I like seeing a whole bunch of art styles. And then if everything was aesthetically pleasing, then like what's the point? And then moving on from that, one that I'm super excited for. Oh my gosh, this was what I was like very hyped to read. And it's the Illustrated Guide to Monster Girls, Volume 1. It's just a beautiful looking book. I love it so much. So, I'm a Ghoul School girly. I grew up on Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School, and also on Scary Godmother. So I am someone who just loves it when like a thing focuses on just like a cast of, and they are monsters. So I was very excited for this one, and it was like really fun. I liked it. It's only a 4-volume series, so it's nice and quick. So I can't wait to see like what the other volumes are gonna entail. I like the comedy. It is a comedy, like a shoujo horror manga, and it's very good, and I love it. The artwork's so pretty. And I enjoyed the comedy a whole bunch. I will say though that when it was first announced, I didn't know it was going to be a manga. The Illustrated Guide to Monster Girls sounds like sounds like an art book, so I thought it was going to be an art book, but no, it's a manga, and it's very enjoyable, and I can't wait to see what's next. It's a very good time. And then, below that, we have Usotoki Rhetoric, Volume 4. More Usotoki, more good time, I'd say. I love this series so much. It's a fun little, just like, a whole lot of, like, good mystery stories, and I love the 2 main characters, and just the supporting cast, and it's so good. I love this series. Read it. Yeah, but it's been a really fun time with this one so far. So, Usotoki Rhetoric, and it's only 10 volumes, too, so it's, like, it's a pretty decent length. And then, below that, we have Solo Syndicate Volume 2. Volume 3 will be the last one, and I do really enjoy this series. I think the artwork is absolutely stunning. I like the story and how, like, our lead, you know, is it Chloe? Her name's Chloe, and how, like, she slowly gets those emotions back. It's a good time. But this is a good series. I like it a whole bunch, and it's a short series, too. Next volume will be the last one. But it's a good time, and it's also just, like, a beautiful looking book, too. It is stunning to see on a shelf. It's, like, a nice size, it's a nice gloss, and I think, like, the layout of the cover is also very good as well. It's just a very eye-catching series. So yeah, there's that. And then below that, we have Glitch, Volume 1. Just looked interesting. I decided to pick it up, and I really enjoyed it. The artwork in this series is super, like, unique compared to a lot of other manga, which I will say again, I love it when manga and comics and everything and animation just looks different from each other. Variety is the spice of life. Yep, Shima Shinya, they're also the creator of Lost Lad London, which was also very good as well. That was only a 3-volume series, and I believe this one's only going to be 4, but it was very good. It's a nice, like, small town mystery. It's like, everyone's chill, but like there's a twinge of horror in the air, which I'm always a big fan of, and I very much enjoyed this, and I cannot wait to see where it goes next. Just a good time. I recommend it. It's going to be nice and quick. A lot of short series this episode. Sometimes short series are good, always short. A series is good. I like reading. And then below that we have, oh my god, something I've been so excited for. It's a hashtag Dracula Midnight Children by my beloved Shinichi Sakamoto. And this is a very big year for Sakamoto enjoyers because like Innocent was licensed by Dark Horse, so that'll be coming out around a few months. And then like soon after that, like, Viz announced that they had the rights to Dracul. So it's like, we had years and years of no Sakamoto in English. Then suddenly we're getting, like, so much Sakamoto in English. And I adore to see that. I am very excited for Innocent. And hashtag Dracul is a retelling of, is a retelling of Dracula, but with the signature brand of Sakamoto. Why are you doing this? Why is it like this? What are you doing? He's a very interesting writer to read, especially in these, So I'm very excited to see where this story goes. It is a good time. It is a beautiful release too. Like, this is a absolutely stunning thing to look at. And for being a fan of like Sakamoto for a while now, and finally having like his artwork like right in front of me, I opened up like the first like art spread of the book, and I think I just like stared at it for like 5 minutes in like disbelief. It is something like amazing to witness in real time. It's just a good time. It's a wonderful good time. But I will say a bit of a warning for people who are interested in this series and will be interested in Innocent, that they are both very sexual series as well as like very violent and gory series as well. I will say Dracul is a lot like more tame compared to Innocent, but like it still is there. So if that kind of stuff makes you uncomfortable, don't. Because Innocent will be a lot more intense. It is about the French Revolution, specifically about torturers during the French Revolution. But yep, so there's your little like fair fun warning when it comes to Sakamoto. Viewer beware, because you will see naked bodies and a whole lot of internal organs. Yep, it's a good time. And also, I think I was talking to a friend about like why I like a lot of Sakamoto work so much, and like the artwork is absolutely beautiful and stunning. But I like compare a lot of like the story and like the flair and the vibes of Sakamoto's works to like if Pink Flamingos, 1970s Suspiria, and like Rocky Horror had a baby, and that makes sense to me. And it probably doesn't make sense to you, but coming from me, that's like the best compliment you can get, because I like my weird vibes of stuff. And I've been rambling about Dracul for too long, but good, weird series. I'm so happy to have more Sakamoto. I actually, surprisingly, I have not read Climber, which is his most popular work. So I might get along to that eventually. Hopefully that'll be licensed too if like Dracul and Innocent are popular. Also, for people who are willing to buy Innocent so I can get Innocent Rouge, because I love Innocent Rouge. And then below that, our final thing is going to be a graphic novel, baby! And it's Hooky Volume 3. This is the final volume of Hooky, which originally started out in Webtoon. You can tell from the Webtoon logo right down here. And I adore Hooky. It's a witch series, and I love a witch. I adore a witch. It's a good time. But yep, I love Hooky. I originally remember reading it on Webtoon when like it was coming out. And I started reading it early too, so like I was reading it chapter by chapter. And I will say, I think this one does a lot better when it comes to formatting. What I find with a lot of like books that are originally like webtoons that are transferred to books is you can like really tell because the paneling gets like really cramped. But I will say I think they've kind of figured it out by this point. Like you can tell like, oh yeah, this was meant to be tall, but now it's supposed to be wide. But yeah, it's a good time. I love this series, and also the author of the series. She is currently working on another series on Webtoon. I forgot its name, but it's very good. The Gimmick is Circus, and I adore that. So yeah, more Hooky. Read it if you want to have a good witchy time. And it's also, again, this is less volumes, so only 3 volumes, so not even much of a commitment. Read it. Read. So that's all I got for this month. Oh, it was a wonderful month full of things that I really wanted. And things that I didn't know I'd come across. Oh, such a good time. What manga did you guys pick up this month? What comics did you guys pick up this month? What are your opinions on my stuff? Are you looking forward to later things that are coming out this year? Tell me in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and have a lovely night.